Alright. I believe all is right. We should be good to go. Yep, it's working fine. Perfect, perfect. Oh. We need to edit the visibility. Duh. Alright. Now, we should be good to go. Kind of forgot to put it on public. We should be good to go now. We have some fun to take care of. Just posting a link and we'll be right there. Okay. I gotta fix the bar. Be right there. Hold on. Alright, we'll have fun in class, bud. Okay, I don't know what happened to the chat box, but we have, what we'll be doing in this stream is we'll be ranking all the LRs that are summonable right now. That's the plan. Make a big one, and we're not gonna do, you know, individual rankings, but we will have, a 1 to 10 tier, 11 to 20, 21 to 25 plus, then good, bad, okay, niche, easy A with a question mark, and stuff like that. So, first things first, we'll let people get here. We're gonna farm up this Broly, finish up the 9 copies of Broly, and then we'll move on to recording that. So, that is the plan for this stream. Should go probably an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. We'll just kind of see how it goes. A lot of Dokkan to discuss. Did I pull Broly? No. Pre-farming never hurts, though. With the Memorial Battle, I managed to finish out my rotation. Really bad rotation. No featured units. So that sucks, but it's the way it goes. I'm gonna freestyle this tier list, so we'll see how it goes. I have a general idea for most of these. Box maintenance, yeah. I mean, probably something you should be doing anyway. Keep that shit clean. Link leveling, yeah. I just want to make sure in the event that Broly does come home, we're just ready to go. I'm not feeling the waiting, like, you know, his medals have been done for a while, so. The only thing I can't farm in advance is his link levels, unfortunately. That's deep. Exactly. 21 units, okay. I started with the getting the Super Memorial Battle stuff done. In total, I've played that event 3 times, so. Because I won both the events with the no item and all the missions, but I lost 1 time doing the Broly one, so. I've heard smoke that that's the hardest event in the game, but I'm not sure. If I'm able to beat it day 1, no item, like on my 2nd try, then I'm not sure. But we'll see. I also use the superhero team, so who knows? I feel like if you use the superhero team, you kind of got to be like, eh. Pan's Dokkan event? Yeah, surely it's difficult. Farming those metals were a trip for sure. Yeah. Well, it's just because pan is so strong, right? Very tanky, exactly. What am I eating? Nothing. I had some iced tea here, but... Yeah, using an auto clicker is like cheating. That's not the same. You're not actually doing that. It's just going. I don't blame you for using it. I would do the same thing. But... I can see why that lid's kind of obnoxious. Okay. Let me, I don't like that this mic picks that up. It shouldn't be music to your ears. I'm just trying to take a drink. $128. So with this stamina bar, we'll definitely be done with this. This is stage 8. Oh, keys. Hello. Tripping. World Tournament. Yep. Surely will be a lot of fun. Will be fun for the whole family, if you will. $2.9. This is the type of grind that's just like sleep inducing. Because all I'm doing is just leveling up SSRs and then, you know, feeding them into a unit that I don't even have yet. But I'd rather be prepared. Probably won't be a ton of Dokkan gameplay in this stream. It's just, this early portion is going to be focused on it just while we get prepared here. Yeah, one way to put it. For sure, for sure. I need to tweak this overlay so it's better fit for an iPhone. Because I gotta like kind of zoom in a bit, so why you guys can't see the time and the battery percentage and all that. It's there, it's just not on the screen. Receive praise and head pat if I don't put any effort into the world tournament. Sure. Just make sure you get a copy of the local reward. That's where I'd say you need to do, and then you're good. Do I promise? Yeah, I promise. Gonna go grind Elder Kais? Okay. I didn't even know you could do that. Just like finding random missions to do? The Kai grind right now, I know for JP, is just waiting for these 9th anniversary coins that you use in the exchange shop. I think you were able to get like 5 of each typing, plus some meat. I mean, who doesn't love the ability to refill your stamina with meat? Oh, yeah, okay, gotcha. I mean, that's basically what I'm doing, but not with Elder Kais, it's just with Grand Kais. I think I got the STRUI Goku EZA to SA25 using just dozing Kais, so that was a movie. This song is so long. 10 minutes. I'm checking after every run just to make sure I don't waste any stamina on this. Any extra stamina, should I say. So we need 36 more, so I can just start doing the math. $663. I don't know about that. Maybe like she could be snuck in the background or something, but she can't be front and center, unfortunately. I don't want to make a promise like that and then not do it. Well, because she's not going to be on the tier list. It's for summonable. Put the clicks, yeah. From you? Oh, what happened to the music? What up, KJ? There should be music. I don't know what happened there. What the hell? What up, Brad? What up, KJ? Bear with me here. All right, that'll work for now. I don't want to do that though. You guys can hear the background music, right? I don't know what happened to my what if I what background music? It says there's coming from the desktop audio. It says there's coming through, so should be fine. Nah, nothing. That's weird. All right, that'll work for now. Mm-mm. All right, 24 more. Then we can get into the meat and potatoes, if you will. They're not too bad. I mean, I guess it depends on the team you're using. The superhero team I managed to beat 2 out of the 3 runs I did, I won. So, not sure yet. Yeah, I'm pre-farming AGL Broly in case I do end up pulling them. It's looking like this is where I'm gonna be using my tickets. Unfortunately. When it comes to Dokkan Fest LRs, I'm missing Broly and Zamasu being on the same banner is nice. Because, you know, I can multitask, if you will. I could summon for Broly and Zamasu at the same time, even though the Super Bosses team kind of reeks, but, you know, could run them on Super Saiyans or something like that, and it works out just fine. I'm just ready for these Part 2 banners so I can coin Future Gohan already. I've had 1K just burning a hole in my pocket with Carnival coins. Yeah, the new Gogeta boss does hit hard. Yeah, I mean, just it had to do with Blue Archive. Like, I'm sure Dokkan performed very well, just couldn't outperform Blue Archive, which is unfortunate because those 100 stones definitely are helpful, to say the least. I could use about 100 stones right about now. But it is what it is. Even if I were to have bought stones, it wouldn't have helped because I'm iOS. Potential. Nice. Yeah, they have the same appeal, right? We'll call it that. Yeah. I don't know. The AGL phase of Broly seemed interesting. That's where Gogeta got caught lacking for me. After like a triple super, he still took like 1,000,000. So that was kind of annoying, but you know. All right. Give me 8 in this run right here. 4 drops of 2, and we'll be done. The way this OST is looped is making me mad. You can hear like the obvious cut. Gogeta took 1.4 million. Yeah. Thankfully, I used superhero team, so it wasn't too bad. Orange Piccolo was able to kind of bail me out a bit. So that was helpful, but you know how that goes. Oh boy. I don't really know if this is up my alley here. I'm gonna let this one go, and I'm sorry if you like this song. I gave up. Can't be fusion with Masu. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what his lead is, so it's like, I don't really know what the appeal is to that. All types 80%, yeah. Omega, nice. I mean, that's just like a free-to-play lead on on steroids. Polarity's top 100, yeah. I used that in the video where I talked to Polarity. I sat down with them and I'm like, what the hell is this? They have a very interesting way of doing things, but, you know. Sometimes you just don't ask questions. Okay. Right, it's a real life feature Gohan Trunks, yeah. Because type advantage. One copy of Gogeta, yeah. Yeah. Theirs is extremely, extremely, extremely based on win-loss in Fusion Zamasu, and that's the problem for a lot of people. Polarity put them out. Yeah, I'm not worried about what Polarity put anywhere. Nice guy. Just a very unconventional way of doing it. I'm sure that's mostly the case with these Twitter baiters. Nice people, but you know how it is. Do you think he simps for Cell? He definitely is a fan of Cell. He's going to be one of the very few people more excited for Cell Max in Part 2 than Beast Gohan. I can tell you that. If the music is too loud, by the way, let me know, please. I have it set to where it's like at -32, so it shouldn't be too loud. But it might be too loud. No music? What the hell? That's what I'm saying. Okay. This is so frustrating because it literally, like, I have something playing and I don't understand why it's not working. Okay, I got an idea. Well, no, I appreciate you letting me know. All right, what about this, though? This is going to be pretty gangster. Watch this. Oh, I know why. I know the problem. What about now? I don't really like this song, but We hear it now? Yeah, okay. There we go. See? It wasn't set to a track. That was the problem. I am skipping this, though. I can't listen to this for 5 minutes. Alright. Steel Confess Superhero Panic Run. Yeah, exactly. Beast Gohan banner unit. That'll be the day. I just have a stream background music playlist on, so like whatever comes on isn't really like, you know, catered to me. Beast is a banner unit, exactly. That would be something, huh? It's not happening. We could put that to bed, honestly. Cell Max could be the banner unit, and I doubt it. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe even though they really shouldn't be extreme, it'll be on the 10th, I'm pretty sure. So like the tomorrow night? Semi-perfect cells to smash. Oh, I'm glad you think that way. I'm glad you feel that way. I believe the part 2 live stream is on the 10th for Japan, so it should be tomorrow night. Yeah. Really did a number on me? Well, that's cool, I guess. Everybody's got their thing, right? Okay. Alright, so now we have all the copies we need of Broly in the event that we end up defying the odds, if you will. So now, that's all set up. And now I get to preview what I've been cooking over here. Let's see. Make sure this is working. Let's go to here. Go to here. Yep, there we go. Okay. The Dokkan Medal Collection? I'm not justifying anything. I just said you're into what you're into. Alright. Yeah! Now we're over here. Yeah, you weren't ready for that. Okay. Now, the application is working. So we can do this, and then we can do that. And now you guys should be able to hear the music. And that should be working just fine. Keep that where it is. Where is who? B-Pan? I told you, it's she's not summonable. I need to make sure that I can... Yeah, here's credit. Ariane Lalatoya. Yeah, but we're just going to be going through all of them here in order, right? And so, I guess before I hit the start recording button for a video that this will be separately on, I think it is worth noting that the if an LR is bad, that usually means that what is it called? That just means they've easy 8 already, and there's just like not much hope for them, right? I would say you get maybe one more statement like that, and then we might have to time you out for a bit. That's what I would say about that. But I think this should be fun. We get to talk about some of these old units. You know, sometimes you don't really get to. It's all good. You think about a unit like it was like a unit where you never get to talk about, right? The Gokus and Piccolos of the world. But some of these are going to be, it's going to be hard to do this because I feel like I'm going to place somebody in like the 21 to 25 row and then push them down a bit. So it's like, that's where things get tricky, right? But this should be fun. You know how that goes. The cooler 2-0, exactly. But without further ado, I'll be interacting with you guys on the side while we do this as well, but I will be recording this at the same time, so we'll maybe chop it down and stuff like that. Say in trio is good. Yeah, I haven't been able to use them at all, but let me just make sure everything is where it needs to be. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, I just want to make sure I have everything open so it doesn't like mess up, right? Turn this down just a little bit. Oh no. What happened? Yeah, my whole thing messed up. I knew I shouldn't have done that. Damn it. Whoop. All right. This should be good. Problem is I can't see chat like this. What if I... Damn it. I'm trying to figure this out so it works. Oh, this kind of works. Not really, though. This is fun. I'm trying to set this up. This is where I need my dual monitor. I just don't have it right now. Makes my PC just like twack out. Here's what I could do. Got it. Just pull it up like this. And then we go boom, just like this. All right, now I can see chat just fine. OBS is open. It looks good. All right, this will work just fine. Perfect. Okay. All right, so with part 2, right around the horizon here, we might have a big shift in how this list is going to look, but what I wanted to do today is kind of look at every LR that's summonable within the game and kind of go over a ballpark on where they're going to be. So you guys can see we have people on the side to disagree with whatever it is that I put on the paper here, but we also have kind of criterias for where each LR would potentially go. So the Z tier is your top 10 LR in the game. The S tier is you're about in that 11 to 20 range. S is like you're in the top 25 window and worse. A is you're good, so you're usable, but you know, you might get caught lacking from time to time. B is like you're just average, I guess. You're okay. You can be put on a team, but I don't know if you really want to run them. C is you have like a niche usage. You go for like, you're like good for like one event. You're good for an old event. Like Super Battle Road is like your bread and butter, right? D is you're not good, but you're on the cusp of an easy A, so you're not completely just, you know, dead in the water. And then E is bad. You've already easy A'd. The content you've aged out, right? That's kind of where I want to put them at. So view D is like the tier where you don't really have an established placement yet, right? You could be number 1 in the game. You could be number 35 in the game, right? So we're going to just be going in order here from the first summonable LR all the way up until the 9th anniversary as of when this is being recorded. So you guys can see right down here. Gogeta is the newest LR on the list, and then Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is on the list. So keep in mind, it's just an opinion. It's just for fun. Don't look into this too serious. We're just looking all over the board here. So first up, we have Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. And in my opinion, he's just in the bad tier. Wasn't much better than Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohan when he came out. Certainly can have an impressive attack stat, but not to the point where you can really use this guy just about anywhere at this point. I guess maybe like in Battlefield or something like that is where you get his usage. But at this point, if an LR is good in Battlefield, that doesn't really like move the needle for me. I I don't hate this unit, but I don't dislike. I don't love them right now because really it's just like you could just use Bojack Movie Gohan depending on the typing. What up, Zo? But that moves right on to the next tier, and we have Majin Vegeta. Same thing, bad. They kind of got this one wrong off the bat, right? I understand what they were doing with this unit when in the passive they had the whole idea was like the Majin Vegeta speech, right? Where it's like Bulma, Trunks, Kakarot, all that. So it's like they want you to have a Bulma, a Trunks, and a Goku on the team. But what Bulmas in the game are on Vegeta's family? It's like the Bulma Vegeta unit from the STR one. Yes, the 12 key animation does go hard, but it's just, I mean, they're good in World Tournament. Yeah, I guess you could put them in niche, but honestly, I think the fact that you kind of got to do a lot more to make them be niche compared to somebody like Broly, the next unit we're going to talk about, that would be kind of where I put them, right? Because most of the time you're going to have to use Shilai items or an orb changer to make them reliable, and with the next unit we're going to be talking about, Broly, I would say is in that kind of boat, right? Where if it wasn't for World Tournament, they would be in bad, but I think the fact that there is World Tournament in the game, that is enough of a reason for me to say they're in niche. Because World Tournament, they still can provide value, but obviously Mid-Junior is the way you'd want to go in that mode. And yeah, go ahead with your questions, Zoe. But I think what this guy can do against pure and hybrid Saiyans and stuff like that, I guess could sometimes look impressive, but not to the point where you're going to be using this guy everywhere. Yeah, and I do agree. Broly doesn't really, I don't know if I could put him in bad, though, because he can still look impressive in World Tournament. Like, the idea that he's just unusable in World Tournament, I don't think so. And the problem with him is, so it's like I said, the niche tier is above the Easy A soon tier, just because we know that the other units are going to be better and stuff like that. So I think, Broly can look good, but I don't want to spend too much time on this guy. This game, can you explain? Maybe when we're done with this. So the next unit I have on the list is Goku Black and Zamasu. Now, for me, it's in between okay and niche for me. I think these guys can fit well. I'm going to put them in okay. I think that's a good spot for them. Because, like, what's the word, right? Their guard, they still have guard when they need to build up, and they still can put together an impressive attack and defensive stat. Not to the point where you're going to be using them everywhere, but I feel like the bar would be anywhere with like an AGL boss or somewhere where they don't hit hard in the beginning so they can build up would be like where you would be wanting to use these guys. But you talk about Fusion Zamasu's Red Zone, you talk about the new Memorial Spectacle fights and stuff like that. Not Memorial Spectacle, but Super Battle Spectacle, the Super Memorial fight. You talk about all that stuff. I think that they're just a little bit crept out, but I would say they're okay because, they just don't really do that much aside from like having that guard and stuff like that. But they are a nice partner for like Tech Fusion Zamasu, the Int Fusion Zamasu, who obviously units we'll talk about later. But keep in mind, we are talking about some of the oldest units in the game at this point. So, not many of them are going to be up in that Z tier, but we will get to some coming up. So we'll see. But Mighty Mask, just bad. I don't really have much to say about Mighty Mask. Now, funny enough, this is one of these units in the game that I actually don't have. Somehow, don't ask, I don't know. But with Mighty Mask, just not doing much. I know their attack stats can be impressive, but if you look at the teams that they're helping, it's not much, right? You have stuff like Heavenly Events. I'm pretty sure these guys are on Rapid Growth. You have Youth. You have Majin Buu Saga. And Majin Buu Saga is just dead right now. It's just, there's not really much going on there. Yeah, see, someone in the chat says they suck from experience. So it's just like, I can't really say much about these guys at this point. I guess again, it's like if they're usable in Battlefield, it's like whatever. I guess you could use them in Battlefield, but even then, Battlefield is like, it's starting to get pretty hard. Like, I've lost on level 3 a decent bit before even getting to the final boss, just because of like unlucky super timing or stuff like that, or you just don't get the right opening rotation or whatever that may be, right? So even if you're like borderline bad in Battlefield, you just straight up suck. And I'd say all 3 of these LRs at the bottom are that so far. So Physical Trunks going right in that same spot. And really, we can just knock out Bojack at the same time. Bojack is extremely contingent on the STR Bojack CZA, because we long gone are the days of having like 400k start to turn defense is like like really good, right? Like it's like, oh my god, this guy's hitting for 7 million and 400,000 defense. It's like you're expected to have that start a turn now, right? And when you don't have that, it's not great. Now, Trunks, again, he has a decent leader skill for Battlefield, and you could get something out of him, I guess. But again, if you want to go from the lens of like, are they good in Red Zone Fusion Zamasu, it's just like 99% of this list just sucks, right? So I'm trying to be fair to these units, but with the Trunks and Bojack at this point, there's just not much going on there. But I don't want to, you know, like I said, don't want to dwell too much on these guys, but let's move on to Dragon Fist Goku. Now, Dragon Fist Goku, it's tough. I'm tempted to say he's either in good or the 21 to 25 range. And I think 21 to 25 is kind of where I want them. I don't know if there's 25 better LRs on this list than that Goku. So I think for now, I'm going to put him up at the 21 to 25 range. And not there. And if I end up seeing like a couple units that I like over him, I'll probably move him down. But I think right there is good. He can put up very impressive attack stats as well as having good damage reduction with that. And now he is kind of definitely aged a bit. And especially considering, you know, like think about when this guy EZA'd, right? I think it was 2021 when this guy got his EZA. This guy got his EZA essentially in 2024. I think it was in 2024. So the very long wait for Dragon Fist Goku definitely makes me want to say that he is good. But, you know, sometimes you got to wait for these things. And of course, we get the animation update, which honestly wasn't even that good. But Dragon Fist Goku, 21 to 25, I think that's a good spot for him. And I think we can kind of rate Vegeto and Gogeta at the same time. I'm tempted to say they're bad, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna go niche. I think they can provide some sort of usage in places. Not great. I think C is a good spot for them, but again, they like, because when you think about it, right, it's like Vegeto. When you get into Vegeto, you have that damage reduction. You can put up like an okay attack stat. You have all the counters for the damage and stuff like that. It's like they can look okay, and then they also fit on some teams as like a last ditch option, right? You think about like fused fighters, you think about Super Saiyans, you have Patara, and Patara's kind of dead right now, but fusions and stuff like that, movie heroes. It's just, if you for some reason you're like a newer player and your account is like you don't have all of the best movie hero options somehow, like I'm talking like these guys are like the 15th option, probably even less than that on those teams. And it's just, I'm not sure. And it's like with the I technically with the dodge chance in base, there is a chance that you could get something out of it. And the full heal after turn 6, if you are at that point, then it's the same idea, right? I think they can look good, but that's about as much as I can give them. Niche. I don't even think okay is like fair for them. I think that they have aged out a decent bit. So the same thing, Beerus and Whis, I'm gonna put in okay. I think that they're a decent EZA, and the Beerus EZA is good as well, who's you're going to be running him with, but it's just like, what teams do you have them on, right? I think as a kit, they're somewhat impressive, but I don't love them. And it's just like, where are you going to run them, right? That's really what it comes down to. And I don't have the answer for you, right? So I think okay is where I'd like to have them, because I feel like at this point, they got their EZA a decent bit after Goku Black and Zamasu did. And I think it's fine where they are, but I wouldn't hate you if you said they were in bad or in niche, but I think I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt because they can look pretty impressive next to the EZA Beerus, so I'm going to put them in okay. Then moving on to Bardock. This one's tricky. I think I'm going to put him in bad, but that's because he EZA'd in 2021, and you know, it's just, he's old at this point, right? And it's the same thing with a lot of these guys. I don't hate that unit, and I actually do use him on my Ultimate Clash teams for the int phases and stuff like that, because he does have a seal, and if the boss can be sealed, that is very useful. But aside from that, it's just, when you think about teams he's on, it's like Team Bardock, obviously he's a great option, but like it's like you're not running that team. Pure Saiyans, I don't even think is he even on Pure Saiyans? He'd have to be, right? Yeah, he has to be. Goku's family, stuff like that. I don't know with this guy, honestly. It's just this is where I don't know ball with this Bardock, but I just don't think he's good at this point. Where are you running this guy realistically? The answer is basically nowhere. So Battlefield's like the most I can give them, and that's kind of where we're at right now. Now the next unit, Trunks and Mai, I'm gonna put them in good. Now Trunks and Mai, I like them because of the current state of how there's so many bosses in the game that have this Future Saga where the difficult content's at, right? There's a lot of Future Saga bosses right now, and the hardest fight up in the game for basically since the Worldwide Download Celebration has been against Fusion Zamasu. So Trunks and Mai have a little bit of utility against the Future Saga boss like this, and that's basically it, right? And they also have type advantage in the second phase of said hardest fight. So I think that they, right now in the current state of difficult content, they're going to be in good. I wouldn't put them very much higher than good. Obviously, I don't think they're a top 25 unit, but I do think that they are overall pretty impressive if you kind of set up the utility for them, right? What up, Hitman? Recording a tier list right now. But Trunks and Mai, I think, is very impressive for everything considered, right? It's like, if we're looking at Yellow Coin LR EZAs so far, which is all this list has been, by the way, aside from Goku and the Goku and Vegetas, but I'd say they're one of the best of the bunch. Not as good as Dragon Fist, but certainly good. But now we're going to be moving to Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. I'm going to put them in okay. I don't think... Yeah, okay, because when they came out, they were a tier better than the Year 3 EZAs for sure. Like, really, when you saw the Year 4 EZAs, you're like, what the hell? Why were the Year 3 EZAs the way they were? But that's about as much as I can give them. Obviously, their leader skills are very good. Goku family, Vegeta family, and again, Battlefield is something I keep coming back to because, like, it just feels like that's where these guys have their bread buttered at this point, and can't say too much about them. Their attack stats can look impressive. Like, if you link up Super Saiyan 4 Goku with, like, the LR Super Saiyan 4s, Goku is getting close to, like, that 10 million range, which obviously can look very impressive. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, a little bit of the short end of the stick, does have the higher start of turn defense, but does not get as much defense from his super attacks, if I'm remembering that correctly. So, okay for both of them. Not great. You could just be like I said earlier, you could really just take about everybody on this list aside from like Dragon Fist Goku and Trunks of Mind to say they're bad, but this is the positive spin on it, and that's about where I have them. So Physical Cell, I like Physical Cell, but I really feel like... What do y'all think? Do we like him in niche or do we like him in bad? I'm not sure. Because, like, I like Cell when he's linked up with Int Perfect Cell, but it's just like, how are you... It's like, I feel like his whole role is just to take... Yeah, I think I'm going to be... Right. I think I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and we're going to put him in C. Because, you know, you do link him up with Int Cell or AGL Cell, and he can look fairly impressive, right? And it's just... You know, I feel like he can look okay. Obviously, World Tournament, he does get a little bit of play with his AoE and stuff like that, but I can't go much further than C in the niche tier. I can't really call him okay, because I just wouldn't say he's better than the Year 4 LRs or Goku Black and Zamasu, but, you know, don't want to spend too much time on those guys. I feel like we're moving kind of slow. But next up, we have Goku and Frieza. I'm going to say they're bad right now. I do think they could look a little bit better if the Universe 7 team kind of pans out a bit, but they are extremely reliant on enemy status effects, if I'm not mistaken, and their uber impressive attack stats that they used to have back in the day have kind of aged a bit, just from... with time, right? I mean, they EZA'd during the 6-year anniversary. We're talking about the 9-year anniversary at this point. We're far off from the days of them being good, and you need quite a bit to get them set up. It's like, you know, you run them with like the physical 17 EZA and stuff like that for their key and all that fun stuff. But again, getting them like really buffed up and stuff like that, it's just not going to happen. So I'm going to put them in bad for now, but who knows? Maybe if we get like some type of UI Goku and Universe 7 all of a sudden just becomes this crazy team, and these guys, we find a bunch of events where you can debuff the enemy, and these guys are ripping off 15, 20 million attack stats with ease. Spoiler alert, they're not. Then maybe we could move them up a bit. But for now, I'm going to put them in bad. Maybe you could put them in niche. So that's where I have them for now. Let's go ahead and move on. And this is with Full Power Frieza. I'm going to say the same thing about Full Power Frieza, that I'm going to say he's bad. I don't hate the unit, but I think he just has a unit with the same name that is just infinitely better with the AGL Full Power Frieza. And even then, that AGL Full Power Frieza is, you know, coming up on 2.5, 3 years old, and he's aged at this point too. So not too much to say about him. His EZA was decent, but again, with the AGL Full Power Frieza existing and the teams you're going to run him on, I just don't know if I could put him any higher. If you guys disagree, that's fine, but I have him at bad for now. And now we move to the GT Trio. Now, the GT Trio is interesting because they are one of the best units on their team. That is Seekers of the Dragon Balls. But Seekers of the Dragon Balls, I can't say too much about them, unfortunately. It pains me to do it. I'm going to put them in bad, though. You know, the Secrets of the Dragon Balls, just not a team right now. GT Heroes is in a weird spot, and even then, they aren't really making the cut with GT Heroes. I hate to do that. You know, obviously, there's some goats on that team with Trunks and Goku and Pan and all that, but I think as a kit in Dokkan right now, they just don't really fit anywhere. Aside from like the Super 17 Easy A, that's about as much as I can give them, unfortunately. But moving on to Super Baby 2. I'm tempted to say he's good. You know what? I'm going to say he's good. I think alongside Omega and on the GT Bosses team in the Supreme Battle Spectacle Stage 3 against Kaioken Goku, which is one of the harder bosses in the game, he's good. He links up well with like Omega and stuff like that, and he really makes that team go. So I think I think he could look impressive in a hard fight, and that's more than I can say for all these units below him at this point. Even if you know, you can lower the attack, but that is kind of the niche of the GT team. So if you want to put him in like good niche, I'd say that's where I would put him, but I'm going to rate him good just for the sake of giving him the benefit of the doubt. And the GT bosses, they just don't have a lot going on. So now we move to Goten and Gohan, the LR Go Bros. I'm going to put them in good because I don't think they show about the same flaws as some of these other units on the list do. Defensively, they're not good, but their attack stats can be mind-boggling at times. And I think that's about as much as I can give them. LR Kale and Caulifla. I like LR Kale and Caulifla. I'm going to put them in okay. I think they're a little better than these units with their Easy A, but they're not phenomenal. I think as a last-ditch option on some teams, they can build up their dodge chance. They can stack defense. If you could find an event where it's slow at the beginning and you can build them up, I think they can look extremely impressive. I don't love that unit, but I do think that okay is about where I could put them because I'd say they're better than all four of the units below them. So LR Kale and Caulifla, I like them at that spot. I can't spend too much time on each individual kit. So we're just going to move through that one quick, but just know dodge chance and defensive stacking buildup, I think will always have some type of role. So we like that. And now we finally have reached the tier where we have the TBD units, right? And there's actually going to be a bunch of these in this spot. So we're going to get to have a little bit more fun with these, in my opinion, than we have with some of these other ones, because now we get to talk about a little bit more of the hypotheticals, right? And that's going to be Broly. So Broly, he is in purgatory, right? Where it's just like units that came out well after him have Easy 8 at this point. So I think he could potentially look good, but I believe one problem with him is he's not going to link with the HGL LR Broly that came out at the bottom of the list. I think that's how that works, because I believe they both have the name Super Saiyan Broly, right? So that could be a little bit problematic, excuse me, but we shall see. I think Tech Broly is, when he goes into Legendary Super Saiyan, he can look impressive, like not anymore, but I mean, we're talking about attack stats that were just through the roof when he did come out. So if that could potentially happen again, you know, when you have multiple enemies, he looks super impressive. You take him into Super Battle Road, like one of the older stages, he's a little more catered to. You're seeing some pretty impressive stuff from that guy. So Easy A, question mark, that's going to be the first guy I have on that spot. So now we get into the fun stuff, right? Some of these units that actually have some relevance now. And that first guy is going to be LR Gohan. I think for now, I don't like him in the top 10, but I definitely like him in 11 to the 11 to 20 range. Now, keep in mind, these tiers aren't going to be ordered exactly. It's just the range that they're going to be in. So 11 to I feel like 11 to 20 for Gohan is good. I don't know if you can name 21 LRs better than him at this point. So I'd probably have him in that 15 range-ish, but I like him in almost all forms of content where they don't hit like extremely hard right away. He can lower attack. He has guard. He has defensive stacking. If you could somehow run a team where you can get him out into AGL Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, like if you think about the Kid Buu nuking event that we had during the 8-year anniversary and stuff like that, that was one of the strategies. You just go in right away, get Super Saiyan 2 Gohan out, and you just go to town, right? So that's about where I'd have him, and the same thing could be said about Cell. I don't know if there's 20 units better than Cell, but I'm going to go err on the safe side for now and maybe move him down, but I'm going to put him in the same spot as I would Gohan. The beauty of Cell, I would say that the advantage he has over Gohan is that he has the ability to actually transform, and we can see that. Granted, it's not free, but it's definitely easier to see than the Gohans, right? Because you're not restricted to a unit. You just need to get below a certain HP threshold, then you can heal. But once he transforms, I mean, this guy is a whole new animal, right? Like, if I had Super Perfect Cell on here, like, you could probably talk about that, right? But Super Perfect Cell isn't, like, always going to be out and stuff like that. And the teams you're running him on aren't exactly, like, endgame ready at this point. So I think 11 to 20 is probably a good spot for him. Moving him up to 1 to 10, I don't know if I can be able to get away with that with a straight face. Now, the androids. This one's tough. This one is tough. This is one of these ones where I might move it by the time we're done, but I'm going to put them in that same range, just creeping outside of the top 10. I do think the androids are super well done, but they are a risky unit to run, where it's like they do need to dodge, but they are super, super impressive, right? I don't know if I could put them in the top 10, but I do know they are monstrous, and that's about where I have them, right? I think that's fair at this point, to say that that's about where they're at, 11 to 20. And if you're going to put them in the top 10, I think they're at the very bottom. I think they're 8. I think they're 9. I think they're 10. Tier above Cell. Okay. Well, like I said, when I start putting all these units into when we start getting to the good, maybe we'll move them down. But for now, we're going to have them there, and then we'll move them down, and then the final result will kind of be what we're looking at, right? But for now, I'm going to put them there. I do think that right away, the androids are better than Cell, but I don't know if the best version of the androids is better than the best version of Cell. That's about where I'd have it at. So, God Goku, I'm going to say he's good. Could be better, but I'm not going to say he's... I think he's better than okay at this point. I like his dodge chance. I think his attacking is good. I think his defense is okay. That dodge utility is always going to be there. I think good is about where I'd have him. Not going to, elaborate too much, but I think he's in a good spot. And I think I'm going to say the same thing about Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku. Maybe I can move him up a tier, but I'm not sure. Defensively, I just don't think he got enough, but offensively, he does have utility, where... especially like in a stage like Super Battle Road, right, where you're lowering attack, you're lowering defense, you're sealing, and you're also hitting. And if you have like a Super Saiyan movie hero on rotation, by the way, and you're getting your Rainbow Wars, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, we're hitting for like over 15 million and stuff like that. So I think Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku is very impressive, but defensively, I don't have him there. I would put him. I think good is about where I'd put him. This 21 to 25 tier is going to be like purgatory. As I'm making this, I'm already not sure where I would have a lot of these units. So let's just keep moving, and the list, I think, will kind of make itself as we keep going. So the 5-year LRs, I'm going to put in the same spot. I think these guys are both in the top 20. I think that they are extremely impressive. Any stage that dodge isn't disabled, I think that they put together a lot of utility, and they also have a lot of offense and defense. Now, I catch myself using Gogeta a little more than Vegeta these days. But that is probably just based on the fact that the hardest fight in the game, you want to put in quotes or whatever, is and it starts as int, right? So both these guys aren't great for Fusion Zamasu, but I do think across the grand scale of the game, you get to turn 4. Like these are some of the best turn 4 units in the game, just period, right? With their guaranteed dodging and everything that they're doing, the buildup that they have. I mean, this Gogeta can rip off like a 14 million attack stat, file you up with an 11 million, then follow it up with a 12 million and stuff like that. You're just putting out insane numbers. And also, by the way, on turn 4, you can't touch them. You keep them in slot 3 floating. They have a nuke active skill when the enemy is when you can finish off the enemy. I think that's very important in long content, especially these days. You can build them up, get that attack super high. Just a lot of utility you can get out of these units. And I think 11 to 20 is about where I'd like to keep them. So that's what I'm going to have for these guys. Again, maybe some of these guys move up, maybe some of them move down, but right now I'm going to kind of rank them together, similar to what I'll do with the 7-year LRs, but we'll get to that later. LR Rose. LR Rose. Oh boy. I'm going to say good. I don't hate LR Rose. I don't love LR Rose. I think his EZA could have been better. Maybe he fits well in the Super Bosses team and I'm just sleeping, but not having Broly is really kind of kicking me in the ass right now. So I think good is about where I could put him. Offensively, he can look impressive, but it's the same case as Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku, where I just don't think he got enough defensively to really warrant that higher placement. So that's where I'm going to put them. But now we're getting into some big dogs. The Broly trio, I think, is just outright a top 10 unit in the game right now. I think that they did a phenomenal job with the CZA. I saw someone call them, and surely this isn't like a recycled take at this point, but like they're kind of the extreme version of Bulma, and I kind of agree with that. Especially considering the only way that you really can screw these guys is just disabling dodge, right? But like slot 1, the support that they're providing, the guaranteed dodging that they have, they're just insane, right? This is a monster EZA, and I think that they are worthy of being in the top 10 of the game right now. Vegeta and Nappa, this one's tough. I think I'm going to put them in okay. I think that's, yeah, Broly Trio is nuts. Vegeta and Nappa's tough. I'm tempted to put them in good, but I think I'm going to put them at the top of okay. This placement is loose, but I think I'm just going to, they're borderline, right? It's just where are you running these guys, right? I think individually they can look impressive, but it's Inhuman Deeds isn't a team. You think about Saiyan Saga, that's not really a team. um, they're not on Seekers of the Dragon Balls, right? Like, isn't that really funny that they say it's like they're not on Seekers of the Dragon Balls, even though Nappa is on record saying the Dragon Balls are objective? Like, it's really funny how that works out. But Pure Saiyans, obviously, they're not making the cut. I don't believe they're on Joined Forces because they're an exchange unit. Stuff like that, right? It's just, this isn't like a... They are good in World Tournament, I will say that, because you only need to get their 12 key, which is obviously way less annoying than what Majin Vegeta's is, where you have to use chi lies and stuff like that, or key up items and whatnot. So I think that's a good spot for them. Now, we have STRUI Goku. Now, STRUI Goku is tricky, in my opinion. I don't think... Is he top 10? I'm not sure. I don't know if I could put them in top 10 with a straight face. I think it's just they can't, like, they just can't take a hit right away. I think offensively they can look very impressive. I'm going to put them in 11 to 20. I think that's where I want them. And I'm already running out of spots for 11 to 20. We're already like, oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, that one's tough. I think I like them out of the 11 to 20 range, and I think I'm going to keep it that way. So... I mean, obviously, I'm sure you guys know at this point, he is a little bit based on having reps of U7 around, and that makes him look very impressive. So it's like a unit like Kaioken Blue Goku, stuff like that is going to make this guy look super good. But I don't know if right now, with the way the game is, I don't know if I could put him there. But maybe, hey, maybe AGL UI is crazy and stuff like that. We could be talking about that guy being top 10. But for now, we're going to put him just in the 11 to 20 range. I think that's probably a good spot for him. Just S+, right? So now... we get into just like a murderer's row of just like easy A with a question mark, right? It's like the blue boys from the Tournament of Power are very likely to get their easy A based on that little like stone sail image that we saw for the 9th anniversary. So we know that they're in line for an easy A. We have this guy who's in line for an easy A because they came out at the same time. These two are in line for an easy A. Just based on time period. I'm just kind of filling this out, right? These guys are all based... most of these guys, by the way, if they weren't in the easy A tier, just bad, right? Outright. Same thing goes for you. I'm tempted to say you're almost niche, but I'm going to put you in the easy A because you're likely to get one. The same thing goes here. Same thing goes for you. I do think these guys could be... Golden 17 and Golden Frieza could be moderately impressive with an easy A because they do have damage reduction in the kit, so... we could potentially see them have a little bit of usage when we get there. 17, I'm not sure. He is heavily locked to the reps of U7 team because, you know, it's just basically the thing of the unit. I think Tapion and Minosha, even if they do get an easy A, they won't be great. And let me just kind of briefly talk about some of these units I put in here, right? Bootanks and Physical Vegeta, or STR Vegeto. I think Vegeto's ceiling is way higher than Bootanks' just because of the teams that you're going to be putting them on and stuff like that. I think Angel Vegeta could be okay, but I doubt it. Turles will fit in nicely with like a Terrifying Conquerors or a Space Traveling Warriors team. His easy A could be very impactful next to a unit like AGL Turles or LR Final Form Cooler. I kind of like that spot. This Gohan hopefully is just like a better version of what they tried to do with this Int Gohan down here, and he actually has some usage. But I know he has what's that one meme link that he has? Is it Gaze of Respect? It's the one where it's just him and Piccolo are like the only ones that have it. So it's like his link set isn't exactly phenomenal, but he could be moderately impressive just based on the what's the word? The attack stats that he could put out. So if like they give him like a little bit of defense, or like a decent bit of defense and stuff like that, or like dodge chance or something like that, maybe I could see something out of him. But AGL UI, all they got to do is just buff the stats up, give him like some guard or something, just make him viable because he already has a 70% chance to dodge baked in. So they just got to crank those numbers up a bit so normals don't just obliterate him. Vegeta, really the simplest thing they got to do is just make sure his damage reduction doesn't reset every turn and stuff like that. Tapion Minosha, I feel like even with an easy A, they're still going to be in La La Land. But who knows? Siblings Bond isn't really a team. Storied Figures obviously is not a team. I mean, I could go on and on about, you know, just they're one of those units that I feel are going to be in purgatory. Super 17, I feel the same way about just when is he going to get his easy A. GT bosses could potentially look good if that guy just has like a cracked out unit that actually ends up looking moderately impressive, but who knows. But we are starting to reach the point where it's like the easy A isn't exactly coming up. So Goku and Piccolo, same thing. Not too sure what we're going to be doing with them. But Tech Gogeta, I don't want to, you know, dwell too much. I mean, these guys, even when they easy A, they're probably not going to be world beaters, so we'll see. But Tech Gogeta, I would go as far as to say they are niche because they have the scouter effect that they can use, stuff like that. The transformation isn't terrible. They could fit in on a couple teams like Movie Heroes and stuff like that, but Nothing too crazy. Janemba, I'm going to put in okay. He has Ki Blast absorption, so that fight against like Kaioken Goku, he can fit in just fine. Namek Goku, if you're fighting a Frieza, same thing goes for this guy. If you're fighting a Super Class or a Goku, they're going to look pretty wicked. I'm tempted to say you're just bad. Probably better than most of the units on this spot at this point. The same thing goes for these guys. That revival condition is just so bad. Goku and Hit don't really have a team. Yeah, I'm gonna put them in bad. I hate to do that, but that's where I feel. That's how I feel about them. Future Gohan and Trunks. Just because I like the unit, I'm gonna be biased and throw him in niche. God Goku, the Super Saiyan 4s. I like them here. I'm just gonna put these guys together. I think they're in that top 25-ish range at this point. Still usable to this day because of their attack breaks and stuff like that. So don't hate on them too much. I think that they still can look moderately impressive. Great 8 Vegeta and Kaioken Goku. I think they both can look okay when they're fighting an opponent with their opposite names. So I'm gonna give them the same treatment I gave these guys. Goku and Piccolo, I think if they could just like have like their peak performance that they have all the time, I think they'd be very good. But right now, I just don't love where they're at. I'm gonna put them in bad, unfortunately. I hate to do that, but that is just kind of where we're at, right? Okay, Goku and Gohan. I'm going to put them in okay. I think they can look moderately impressive, but not too great. I'd say they're a tier above everything that we've seen so far on the Easy A, bad, all that. You know, now we're starting to really get in a groove here. Golden Frieza. I like Golden Frieza. I'm going to put him in 11 to 20. Put him like right here. I think that's where he belongs. Same thing goes with Vegeta and Trunks. I think they're just outside the top 10 at this point. Still a phenomenal unit. You could easily argue for them top 10. Fusion Zamasu. I mean, he's just outright replaced by the unit with the same name. So that's probably where I'd put him. Cooler, I have in good, not great. I'm going to actually put him in okay, not niche. I'm sorry. Revival Goku. I'll put him in good. Or Birdku, I guess you could call him. These guys I'll put at the top of okay. Metal Cooler I'll put at the top of okay. Ultimate Gohan, I'm gonna put him in the top 10. I like this Ultimate Gohan. I think he's seen some a bit of an uptick ever since this 9th anniversary started, even though I think he's been good the whole time. STR enemies obviously do make things tricky, but I like him in the top 10. I think Ultimate Gohan is extremely impressive at this point. Now, Orange Piccolo, number 1. We don't got to talk much about that. We'll move on. If you know everything he's doing, then you should know at this point. So, I like this Carnival Goku. I think he's impressive, but I don't know if I like him above the 11 to 20 spot. So far we have how many is this? We have 11 units, so I have 9 units left to place in these top spots. That's going to be tricky. So I guess now that we've kind of rounded out these top 10s and 11 to 20 and stuff like that, I guess maybe now we can kind of start to not go in like exact order. I don't know. Let's just kind of continue to bang this out, right? The Boo Duo, I like it like maybe 21 to 25. I'd probably have them like, I don't know. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do this. So that's yeah, that's what is that? That's 10 in that spot. So yeah, that would be like my top 20 right there. I don't know what happened with the music. Let me pause this recording really quickly, and then we'll be right back once the music goes again. All right, you guys are still here. You're gonna see. Let me put this in. Let me go back to this real quick while I fix the music. And it's a good thing because this song sucks. All right, next. It's a Dokkan video. We need guitars. Oh, goodness. It's a lot of talking. I've been yapping for an hour. Okay. Oh, boy. Up 1. I don't know if I have them in the top 10 right now. I don't. Yeah, I agree. I just don't know. Like I said, I'm trying to formulate this list and then kind of like round it out, right? No, they're very good. I'm not saying they're bad. I just don't know. Oh, Blizzard. Yeah, we absolutely cannot play that. This is Garesh's stream playlist. Why is Blizzard on this? What are you doing? I can't play Blizzard. La 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 la. No Blizzard. Bad. All right, come on. All right. Yeah, it is copyright. That's what I'm saying. I can't play that. Whew. Yeah, I'm sick of yapping. 40-minute video. All right, let's get back to it. Oh, hey, easy, partner. Okay. All right. Whatever song this is from, I don't know. Okay. Okay, so I guess before I unpause it, I guess you guys kind of have a ballpark for where the top 10 is at this point. Future Gohan, the 9-year LRs. We're going to have the Super Saiyan trio in there. Texamasu, probably the AGL Blue Boys. And then I'm probably going to tear down. I might tear down the Buu duo. Because Super Saiyan 4 Goku is definitely in my top 20. All right. We had some technical difficulties, but we are back for the Yapathon, if you will. So, looking at the top 20, I feel like that I was... I don't even know if calling this tier like the... I don't even know if doing numbers... Yeah, I'm not going to do numbers at this point. I think we're gonna rename these because I don't think I could fit these guys into tiers and like move them down, right? We're gonna do this, right? Let's rename them to something like this, right? Just so I can kind of be a little bit more fair to some of these units. So, moving along, we have the 8-year Part 2 LRs. Gohan, I like in good. I think he is exceptional, but I think that the teams that you're running him on, it's tricky, right? It's just like the units that you would have across from him, you would just run on separate teams, in my opinion. So that's about where I'd have him. Maybe I could say he's borderline great. And then the same thing could be said for Kai Goku, where I think he's amazing, actually. I would move him above a tier above these guys right here. Just offensively and defensively, he's doing a lot with his guard and stuff like that. He's just a very safe unit, in my opinion, and that has kind of made him age pretty well over the course of the last year. Now, Super Buu, if he had a team, I would say he's borderline amazing, but I'm going to put him in good because, again, just the team for him is weird. I'm pretty sure he's still missing his 200% at this point, so I do find that funny. Bulma, I'm sure you guys know, best of the best. Don't have to say much about her. The support, the defense, all that fun stuff. She is just a phenomenal unit at this point. Triku, I'll put him down here with these cats. I think that's about where he belongs. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I'm going to have in the amazing tier. I'm actually a big fan of this unit. I'd say he's borderline best of the best. Maybe I'll move him up by the time we're done, but we shall see. The Blue Boys are maybe the most polarizing unit in this game right now. I don't know where I want to put them. I don't know if best of the best is where I can put them. I do think Vegeta is best of the best, but it's just that pre-transform version, I just don't know. I think I'm going to put him in amazing. And yeah, honestly, I'm going to put Incel down here. Yeah, I like that call, Bread. I think that's a good spot right there. Now, we're going to move in a little bit. I think... So this is where we can kind of just like round things out, right? Texamasu, top 10. Trunks, amazing. Future Gohan, one of the best units in the game, for sure. Ribrianne, I'll say I'll put him in good. Bottom of good. Super Saiyan Trio, best of the best. I think this unit is in the same boat where their team isn't great, but individually they are pretty good, damn good. Then these guys we have right here. So now, with that being said, I want to have 10 in the top 10. So I think when it comes to who I'd have at 10, You know what? We ball. Super Saiyan Goku. Super Saiyan 4 Goku in my top 10. So if I had to order this specifically, I would say it looks something like this. We do like that. Gogeta and Broly is extremely tough to rank. We have Future Gohan at 4. I like Bulma above the trio right there. That's probably where I'd have it. Yeah, something like that. I think that's about where I'd have it. We'll do this. Yeah, I like this as the top 10. So I think this looks good. Again, very tricky to make these. It's tough, right? Over and Kid Gohan. For sure, Omnipot. I think the 7th tiers get way more. You're using them more for sure. Can't see the top 10 list. Oh, thank you. Scroll down a little bit. Can you see it now? There we go. I fixed it. It's too big of a document. So, funny how that works, right? Okay, so again, I tried to make a top 10, but that's about where I'd have it right now, I think. It's tough. You could probably put Broly over up there. Broly over Gogeta. Oh, no, Future Gohan's not 3. I'm sorry. There we go. You think this is bait, Jordan? I don't think so. I think I was pretty fair with these. But there you go. Ranking every summonable LR before part 2. I'm sure Beast Gohan and Cell Max allegedly will be there. Keep in mind that the only ranking I did was top 10, so S plus and below is not ranked. So let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next tier list. Don't give me too much on this one. I hope you enjoyed all the noise. Have a great day. Okay, that was a lot of yapping. I'm tired of talking. I completely disagree with that, Jordan. I think Physical Ultimate Gohan's seen a bit of a come up recently. And I don't. I use Physical Ultimate Gohan all the time, and he does great. I mean, I'm willing to hear you out. Like, it's not like I have him like headlining the top 10. I've got him at the bottom of it. If you want to argue him at like 14 or something like that, I think that's fine. I don't think this is bait, though. He fits in nicely on the best team in the game. These are also hard. I basically freestyled this whole thing, so I didn't sit down and use like numbers and all that. I just kind of this is all off the dome. So I can understand Bulma over Future Gohan. Bulma and Future Gohan for me are just is grass is greener on the other side because I don't have them, so they're probably both overrated for me. No, but I like this list. I'm not upset with this. If LR Gohan not in the top 10 is like your only huge gripe with this, I think that's like whatever. Because if you look at like a bait list, it's just like the whole thing is like what the fuck is this? I don't have physical Super Vegito in my top 15 units of the game. I don't have Limit Breaker Vegito at like TUR 80. I know. All right, I'll fix it for you, okay? Let me, I'm a man of the people at the end of the day. That's what we want. That's what we try and be around here. Well, I'm glad that someone liked it. I'm upset that Jordan W20, the boy, didn't like it, but that's okay. It happens. Oh, shit. Ah. All right, something like that. Mostly cooked. Yeah. I mean, I think Vegeta and Trunks are very good. I still like them, but it's just like, I feel like especially on Superhero, they're just not that slot 1 wall that you're putting in slot 1 every time, and that kind of makes it tricky because eventually they lose their guard. And I just have trouble keeping them like in slot 1. But I mean, hell, they came out like what, mid 2022, and they, I mean, they're still, I mean, we're talking 2024, and they're amongst some titans here. I mean, the androids are monstrous at this point. GT Duo, very good. AGL Vegito, very good. Golden Frieza, very good. Golden Frieza's a little bit mid sometimes, but yeah. But yeah, fun times, huh? Easily make my top 10. Yeah, I know you're like the biggest Vegeta and Trunks fan on the planet, though. So it's like, turn this up a little bit. So I understand that your perspective on that. I don't know. I think, yeah, me saying, I didn't say they were bad. Come on, don't put words in my mouth. I just know you're a big fan. That's what I do know. So that was fun. We got to tier list it out. I usually don't do those, so that was a good time. Maybe I'll upload that one. Maybe I won't, but I did at least want to record it. Maybe I'll kind of trim it down a little bit. My most used unit, it's probably Super Saiyan Goku at this point. I know for a while it was base UI or UI sign. I'll go look in a minute. Let me finish this run. Did I have no, they were on the same tier, but the tier that they were on was not ranked, so. I had them on the S plus amazing tier. But you guys can hear that music now, right? I had to fix it again. Perfect. You're about to get hit with a 20% battery on my phone here in a minute. It's at 21% because I left it plugged in and recording nothing the whole time as I was doing the yapping. Yeah, I agree with that completely. I just think best LRs in Dokkan is just a grabby title, if you will. You know I'm not a big, like, tier list and ranking guy. I just play the game and use who I like. And when it comes to no item runs, it's just the superhero team or bust. Except for the that Kaioken Goku fight. That one was a little bit different, though. But come on. If you're gonna let me lower attack, I need to completely exploit that. So. Yeah. I just felt that, I do think, I don't know. Let's team up and collab on the best teams list or something. I don't know, dude. What was the video that you and I did? It was like, oh, it was which anniversary banner should you summon on first, right? Or was it the worldwide banner? I forget. It was something like that. I should have done that video. Should you summon for Broly or yeah. Might have time Sunday. Okay. I don't know. You and I have different perspectives in terms of where our units are usually at. So it's like I think that's like, you know, bouncing off of shit where it's like most of my new LRs are 55% if I even have them. Might have time Sunday. It's the Super Bowl. What are you talking about? It would have to be early Sunday. Not for me. I don't give a damn about the Super Bowl. I come from the perspective of it's like, oh, listen, if the Pats aren't in it, I don't watch. And especially now that they suck, and like my financial investment with fantasy football has been done because the playoffs are live. It's like, who gives a shit? Why am I getting that? All right, who's got a fun type of run we should try and do before we get up on out of here? We'll do a shorter stream tonight. I did 2 videos, so I'll give you 30 minutes of commentary and then a almost 2-hour stream. I'll take that. I'll probably stream for the Dokkan stream. Whatever the hell that is. More footage of the Broly fight? Okay. I mean, I could just run it back with the team I used. I don't mind doing that. It's not limited attempts. We did Peppy Gals versus the Metal Cooler Core last night, and it was hanging on by a thread in that. So versus Beerus, that's just death. I'll just do a run with the team I used. I'm okay with doing that. Do you want to do? Should I do like an all typings one, or should I try and run like an optimal team? Because I think when I did my run, I was making sure I accounted for all types. So I ran the blue duo, which I don't really know if I would do again, to be honest. You want Broly? That's I think it's this one. Yes. So this is the team I went with, right? I think what I would do if I was going to run superhero is I would maybe I'd maybe kind of go back to the drawing board here. I don't know. I'm tempted to just run it back with exactly what I did. Because, like, this guy would be fine, I think, after he's fully built up. But it's just that AGL phase, he's going to get dunked on. So it's like, he would have to dodge or he's just going to straight up lose. The issue with Pan, because I know they're still watching, is that they are type disadvantaged and dodge is disabled. So, you know, they have to hold Pan back, otherwise she'd be too good for the stage. That's the problem. Yeah, I'll just use what I used. All right, we'll do no items, and then I'll kind of let you see if something can go wrong. I will tell you in my first run, what's the word? Gogeta got caught with the super. Like, after doing his supers, and he still took like 1 million. Yeah, if they're like their own Rainbow Warp Changer, I could kind of expect like maybe some decent things from them, but I'm not sure. I think Gogeta here is a safe float. We'll build up Trunks and Vegeta. Okay, that was just an unfortunate case of just not being able to really, they have a good skeleton. I mean, if they don't, I think if they could just manage to, I think the problem is they're still going to lose their defense on active skill, right? Because they'd have to do a game update for that. That dodge actually hurt, yeah. Listen, they have a respectable amount of dodge just because of, you never know when it's going to come in handy, right? I think they have like 15 or something like that. I mean, they have an innate chance to crit, so. It's like sometimes it's going to hurt you, sometimes it's going to save you. You take it as you go. Yeah, you don't want to build your Trunks of Vegeta with crit. There's no point. You just rely on the passive. The only reason you would even put, like, because I know some people like to run the strategy of, what's the word? I'll get it. English is hard. Like, they'll put UI Goku with dodge, right? But the thing with that is, like, it's just because right now AGL UI is just not doing any damage. And so it's like, you might as well, right? Put dodge in him, because it's like, even though it's in the passive, it's just like, what is his purpose other than dodging? Guaranteed crit on active skill. They have guaranteed crits on their additional super attack and stuff like that. Yeah. Well, the thing is my AGL UIs used to have like 30 additional or something like that, and then I kind of scaled that back and went to a more dodge, additional dodge build. Also because I think that he actually has like somewhat crit because of the exclusive skill orbs we got. The problem with the ones we got for Gogeta is the additional one is the gold skill orb, and the crit is the silver one, so it's like, I don't even want to put that one on. I gave him like the level 8 defense one, but I don't know if I want to give him that silver crit, because like, why am I giving Gogeta crit? I don't know. I suppose it wouldn't kill, just because they do have dodge in their when they're blue, but I don't know. I feel like just giving them additional is the way to go, and obviously I don't have the gold slot yet. Switch my Sword of Hope. Yeah, my Sword of Hope is at 55%. I don't even remember what I put on. I don't think I put skill orbs on him. I meant to ask the people that have used him before. I'm like, yo, what do I put on this guy? And I just haven't done it yet. I can look after this. I link leveled him, but I haven't really used him much yet. Full dodge and additional. That's like the most common build for like everything, so I get that. Oh yeah, I was supposed to oh no, my headset died. Let's see. I don't love we'll do this obviously. Well, then we'll heal up. I'm gonna bank that the homie Broly does not super on that in that third slot. That's what I'm gonna gamble. 25 dodge. Yeah. I don't know. Dodge is weird. Yeah, there you go. That was a good chair squeak. I gotta plug my headset back in. Oh yeah, we don't have to worry about the blue boys one bit here. We are A-okay. Alright, I'm back. An understanding for average turn count. Oh, honestly, I don't know what off the top of my head from my video. You have guaranteed dodge, so I think... Just debating what I want to do here. Who do I want to float off? That's what I'm debating. Probably orange. Because Gogeta in slot 1 is just like safe as can be. Yeah, we're gonna do it. I would love the build up, but I'll take the 0 damage instead of the little bit of damage. Just let Gogeta build up, because he's not doing like a monumental amount of damage right here, so we can just let him build up a bit. I'm okay with that. Yeah, you thought, pal. Buduo, yeah, no kidding. That's a shame how that unit played out. Can look moderately impressive at times, but never consistent enough to be like, oh yeah, this is the unit. Right. Just never were. Yeah. Like they were good on JP when they dropped, right? But the problem is that was the unit with the hype, right? And it was just like never really panned out the way they wanted it to. So keep in mind this Broly does raise his attack on super, and I believe he can super twice in a turn, so he can catch you lacking. Quit making tier lists. For what? People like them. This will be a fun rotation. We'll do this. We'll do that. Alright. Yeah, they're a really cool unit. They're just not what you want them to be. 258. Yeah, that's a lot for God Goku. And 13.8 at 55%. I'll take that. I think next turn we are in a bit of a pickle, though. Well, I think we'll be able to fuse into Vegito, so that'll be fun. If you get locked out of that standby, yeah. So they're like you said, the defensive utility, literally their only defensive utility being the standby is just like, it's so ass. Okay, this will be a good gauge for Piccolo here. We might be dead, I'm not sure. Okay. That's the first time the double super has caught me in the couple times that I've played this, but I'm alright with that. That's, I also probably shouldn't have floated them off, to be honest. I think what I want to do, I just don't know if these guys are, like, just contributing anything. Like, I feel like I'm just trying to hide them. But the problem is that last phase disables dodge, right? So it's like we could bring this guy, but it's like, it's the same idea, right? I'm just trying to like switch it up a little bit, right? So yeah. I want to bring this guy in to see what happens. Let's try this build. I just want to see it. I know it's not going to be great, but I just want to play with it. I just want to see what happens. We'll give Jordan his sample size for his research, if you will. Even with the Whis, yeah. Yeah, these fights are fun. I haven't had a lot of time to really experiment with them yet, but I've had like a, yeah. I am excited to dodge with UI Goku in the front and watch him stunt on the haters. And AKA mean he'll take 340k from a normal, but it'll be pretty gangster, in my opinion. Get comfortable in this chair here. Alright, Piccolo, what do you got for me, pal? If you guys haven't liked the stream yet already and you've been enjoying it, don't forget to drop one while you're here. We are at 6 right now. Let's try and get up to 10 before we're done. And if you have already, I do appreciate that. You know what I just realized? My phone charger is under my desk. I thought it was over on my bed, or at my bed. Let me plug that in, because I was gonna just basically go, it's like, okay, until my phone dies. Alright, this is a social experiment. A prank, if you will. Okay. I thought that normal he was going to take was going to be way worse. This Broly doesn't hit too hard, but this will let us build up. This is how a long fight or a difficult fight should be. Give you a chance to build up and then get difficult, you know? Not like that that rat with the green skin. Merge Zamasu. It's just like, oh, your rotations aren't perfect. You lose. And this fight doesn't have limited attempts. It's a win-win. Oh no. Come on. This is big brain. Never mind. I thought I had a big brain play and then I don't. Then I didn't. All right, Godku, what do you got for me, pal? Show me some. Ooh, Cursed LR that I can't stop pulling. Honestly, not many of them, to be completely honest with you. Closest thing is like Gohan and Krillin. I've bobbed them a couple times for coins. Metal Cooler won't go away whenever he's on a banner. Physical LR androids. Gohan and Trunks, yeah, they're annoying too. Triku PTSD, yeah. Shout out to Triku. Nope, that doesn't work. You're gonna have to try something else, Broly. 9 million, that's pretty good. No support memory or anything like that. That was good damage from Gogeta. We have guard. Now the fun begins with are you gonna let's see how much this does. So type advantage, guard. His attack was raised though. That's good. And then 11 million from UI Goku's, not terrible. Not fully built up or anything like that. 219k, okay. Yeah, so not great. We are in trouble in the AGL phase, that is for sure. But that's why we floated him off. I have to sneeze. It went away. Not much damage there from Vegeta, but that's okay. We're building him up. So that way when it's time for the AGL phase, we slap him in slot 3 and he does his thing. I just realized I made a bad error. Because we're going to have him and UI Goku on the same rotation. We better hope there's not a lot of attacks in slot 2, because that's probably where UI's got to go. I just want to see how UI Goku does in this environment. I'm gonna save you for an orange. Or for the next phase. I don't need it. I don't need it right now. I'm good. Oh my, hello. Stop. Okay, he was not built up. That's why you don't float him off. His ass was not built up. Alright, UI Goku. He didn't sell, but he was gonna sell, so I'm not gonna let that bother me. Instead of that, let's just do this. Let's thug it out. Fusion's everywhere. It's a fusion bonanza. Alright, hopefully this is a good run. This will be the last one. Alright, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna build up both of my Piccolos now. We're not gonna let that happen again. How much is this gonna do? Not bad. Negligible damage, if you will. Yeah, that's just the nature of the game, man. The gamble, everything about Dokkan is a gamble. Even the gameplay is a gamble, man. Shit's tragic. Alright, we do not have a slot 1 unit right here. I'm gonna trust the guard and the process. Yep, easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. 1.5 stake. Yeah, I mean, that's a carnival banner, you know? Not much you can do, man. You just gotta keep on trucking. Uh-oh. That's not good. I don't think it's gonna be enough to kill, but it's gonna be a lot. Oh, hey, Jesus, man. Alright, that run sucked. We'll try again. Alright, I guess we're just taking the team I beat it with. Vegeta and Trunks, you beat the allegations. Welcome back. Ah, that sucks. I guess we'll just do this. Because I want my build-up units to fucking build up. I want them to, you know? I didn't realize how hard they locked down this first phase. What are we thinking? I'm thinking 144.1. There's no bond to parent-child. Shit. Alright, they'll be in slot 7. It's all good. That is what we like to call no bueno. Yeah, but that was just an unlucky opening rotation, and I didn't notice it. It's not a guarantee, but with the past 2 years, that would be the time for it. Thank God, that song was driving me crazy. I didn't know how much longer it was gonna go. That's better. There's that little red arrow we all love. All right, here it comes. I'm bored. I guess we'll do something like this. Thank God I got the no item run out of the way with this stupid shit. Do you mind? I guess if you're gonna super anybody, it's a good thing it's them, right? We kept God Goku on rotation to make sure that we have the bonded parent-child. I'm not gonna make that mistake twice. Second Rainbow Tech Goku, nice. I think I just bob him for coins now. Five copies with tickets. There you go. Shit. All right, just don't super. Yeah, I think so. All right, we got that out of the way. Yeah, it's not going to be enough to kill. We'll be all right. Okay, what do you have for me here, Mr. Brody? Double super for Gogeta, we'll take that for sure. You're just taking so much Monday to Friday damage, man. Do that. It's only turn 3. Heal up with these. Do that. Alright, KJ, have a good night, bud. Appreciate you stopping by. $15 mil from Orange Piccolo, huh? Okay. Love to see that. Okay. Little extra build up with them. Because Vegeta and Trunks, they're holding it down. POP. Don't crit. Yeah, there we go. Get another turn of build up, baby. Alright, and we'll do this. You come on out. 70%. Oh, I did that for the heal. Damn it. I forgot. I always forget they heal. Whatever. Be fine. What? There we go. Perfect. Perfecto. Okay. There we go. Got guaranteed dodging now. We'll go 540. Yeah, I like this. We'll do that. It's turn 5, so they're chilling. Grab these, get that key support. We'll do that. Perfect. All right, we'll take that. Get out of the way. Interesting. All right. If you want to see me beat it, there's a video on the channel. Already done. I'm going to call it there. We've been live for 2 hours. I appreciate everybody stopping by. I'll catch you in the next stream.